One last thing I wanted to touch base on. Many people in, maybe not necessarily Canada, but in Ontario, in Toronto, everybody knows Steve Dangle, the Sportsnet guy. Started off as a YouTuber, podcaster, crazy Leaf guy, has his videos after every game. A couple days ago, he got called out by another Canadian and former or current WWE wrestler, Edge, over who the bigger Leaf fan was between the two of them. So Edge comes out, wearing a Leaf shirt. He's got this amazing looking wrestling championship belt with the Leaf logo on it, wicked looking belt, and basically says he's the bigger Leaf fan, and he makes fun of Dangle, makes fun of his last name and everything, says if that's even your name type of thing, which it isn't, and calls him out. And then Steve Dangle comes back, of course, because it makes sense. You got to feed off of this, right? This is big. And he comes back with his own video, which I'd like to share with everyone now.
Hello, Edge. I caught your appearance on Tim and Sid, and I couldn't help but overhear you chirping my blue room and calling out my Toronto Maple Leafs fandom. And to that, I gotta say, it's an honor to be called out by the Rated R Superstar himself, the owner of one of the most illustrious careers in WWE history, and more importantly, the owner of one of the grainiest webcams I have ever seen in my entire life. Grainier than a bowl of brand. But as long as we're talking about the butts, I am the biggest Leafs fan in the entire world. I've been a bigger Leafs fan than you since you were line mates with Christian and Gangrel. No need to brood on it. It's just the truth. Edge, at the end of the day, we're both Leaf fans. But who is the biggest? On this day, I see clearly. Hello, Edge.
So he claims to be the bigger Leaf fan of the two of them. He's got quite the room, quite the setup, quite everything. But Steve, I'm going to argue with you here, bud, because you're 32 years old. I've got 4 years of more crazy Leaf fan on you. Wade, how old are you, buddy?
28.
You're 28, so you go below him. But I'm 36. I've got 4 years on you, Dangle. And sorry, bud, I got to say, I think I'm the bigger Leaf fan. And considering we're both in the same region, I'd love to hear from you. I'd love for someone to get this in front of Dangle. I may not scream and go nuts and go rant. He may not have known who Edge was. The only Edge he knows is the Edge he's got to talk himself off of after every Leaf loss. But, buddy, when it comes down to it, when it comes down to being a Leaf fan, I don't think you got what it takes, buddy. You're good, but you're not that good. And I've got 4 years on you. So let's go. Let's hear what you got to say. I love it, though. I love the enthusiasm. I love the fact that he's a Leaf fan, and it's led him from, YouTuber, blogger, having his own show, and now he's on Sportsnet. So good for you, Steve, fellow Oshawa friend, Leaf fan, number 2 Leaf fan. And yeah, so that being said, thank you for everybody who watched. Good show, Wade. We've got the Leafs back in action tomorrow night, Montreal. Fun times ahead. And we will see you guys all next week for another show, and we'll see how the Leafs are doing by then and what else we're going to talk about. Thanks again, guys. Wade, any closing words, sir?
I definitely like the ending to that show. That was quite entertaining. Yeah, I would like to see a little bit of Steve Dangle versus Archie for the Toronto Maple Leaf fandemonium, who has the bigger kind of flex here going on in their bedrooms and their man caves or whatever. Or I guess you would have to have a one-on-one knowledge kind of test or whatever too, just to go back in Leafs history, current times, present times, and past times, see what's happening. But I do know this, Archie, you are one hell of a Leaf fan. And I definitely love the way you talk about the Leafs and what you know about the Leafs. You're very knowledgeable. You're very educated. And that's why we do the show. And that's why you are the host of the show, because you know your hockey and you love the Leafs, buddy. And Steve Dangle, fellow Leafs supporter, fellow Leafs fan, And I enjoy every single Leafs fan that there is, because there's always an icebreaker whenever you're with a Leaf fan, and it's what's going on with the Leafs. And it just starts the whole conversation. You can just go on for hours and days. But great show, Archie. Thank you so much. It's Friday night. TGIF, stay safe from COVID-19. Let's get over this shit soon. And next week is a new week. Hopefully there's some more exciting news and some more entertaining games that happen. And I just got to say one last time before we go off, Archie. Right here, we are still on top of the whole NHL. We are still in the standings, ranked number 1. And I don't know what the Vegas odds are, but they're probably in our favor to win the Stanley Cup. I don't want to jinx it, but hey, Leafs are doing all right. Hockey's still back. We're still playing. And that's a wrap, man. Thank you, Archie, for everything, buddy.
No problem. And hey, Steve, you know what? On second thought, why don't you just join us on a show and we can talk about this on air on Between the Pipes. And we'll let Wade be our guest referee. Let's do this, Steve.
I'll be the medium.
You and me, Between the Pipes, come on down. Let's have a chat. Thanks again, guys, and we'll see you next week.